I cry, oh Lord, tending to my aspirations.
The devil wants to take the fact that we are one and equal and therefore try to make us the same. Men and women are equal, but men and women are not the same. Now, here's a point I want you to listen carefully to. It is the devil's modern-day attempt to make men and women alike under the guise of making them equal. God made us equal, but God did not make us the same. God made us equal, but He did not make us the same. He made us different.
A transgender man in Oregon gave birth to a baby boy. He shared his pregnancy on social media in the hopes of changing the stigma surrounding it. An estimated 1.4 million adults in the U.S. identify as transgender, but the government has no documented numbers on transgender men who have given birth. Mireya Villarreal spoke to the family about their journey.
How did this work? I mean, you had transitioned. You were a male.
Reese was born a female but grew up identifying as a male. At 20 years old, he started taking testosterone. Transitioning through hormone therapy alone, he opted not to have surgery. Once the couple decided they wanted to have a baby, the next step was the easy one.
There are so many different configurations of families, all of which are valid and full of love and respect and integrity and spit up.
For CBS This Morning, Mireya Villarreal, Portland, Oregon.
On the surface, the Bowsers may look like an ordinary family.
Do we have tomatoes?
There's mom, Bianca, age 32, dad, Nick, he's 27. And their two rambunctious toddlers, Kai, aged 3, and Pax, 17 months.
I got it! Yay! Merry Christmas.
But in their wildest dreams, these two parents never imagined that they would get to enjoy this kind of ordinary. Because behind her long black hair and feminine figure, Bianca was born a boy named Jason. And despite his cropped hair and the whisper of a mustache, Nick was born a girl named Nicole.
We fit the basic definition of what a transgender person is, so...
Let me just show you a trick though, okay?
Our children do not see us as transgender people. We are mommy and daddy.
Don't go, mommy and daddy.
We'll be right back.
A mommy and a daddy with a twist. Both were born in Georgia and have followed remarkably mirrored paths.
How old were each of you when you first realized something's not right? I don't think this is matching up.
I guess it was about 5 years old. I remember sneaking into mom's closet when she was off at work and putting on a pair of heels. I've always felt more liberated during those moments.
I always thought, I want to be a boy. I looked at boys, I saw, guys with their shirts off, and I was like, that's what I want to look like.
A California kindergarten teacher is facing outrage after discussing gender identity with her students. One child came to the teacher with books on the subject while going through a gender transition. Now the teacher is defending herself. Sharon Roget from CBS station KOVR in Sacramento has the story.
And what I will share over and over again is how proud I was of my students.
An emotional Rockland Academy teacher addressing a packed house of parents, many furious about her decision to discuss the topic of gender identity inside her kindergarten class.
It was never my intent to harm any students, only to support them through a difficult situation.
The teacher defended her actions to read 2 books she says were given to her by a transgender child going through a transition.
The kindergartners came home very confused about whether or not you can pick your gender, whether or not they really were a boy or a girl.
Parents say besides the books, the transgender student at some point during class also changed clothes and was revealed as her true gender. And many parents say they feel betrayed and blindsided.
I want her to hear from me as a parent what her gender identity means to her and to our family. Not from a book that may be controversial. My daughter went home crying, shaking, so afraid that she could turn into a boy.
The issue was not on the agenda, so parents spoke out during Monday night's public comment.
It's really about the parents being informed and involved and,
giving us the choice and the rights about, what's getting introduced to our kids and at what age.
Many teachers also speaking out in support of what transpired inside the classroom on the last days of the academic year.
Head in the direction of banned books or book lists or selected literature that should only be read inside or outside of the classroom. I think that that's a very dangerous direction to go. Head in the direction of banned books or book lists or selected literature that should only be read inside or outside of the classroom. I think that that's a very dangerous direction to go.